You might be wondering why I'm wearing a trick-or-treat shirt in the middle of February. Well, that's because I'm feeling a bit Halloween-y today. I got something in the mail that I've wanted ever since I was a kid. I remember looking these up on eBay as a kid and just wishing and hoping that I could get one eventually at some point in my life because they were thousands of dollars and sometimes they still go for that. But fortunately, there is a mass-produced one that is somewhat affordable, and thanks to my gorgeous girlfriend, Katie, thank you, I love you so much, I've had half of this paid for as a birthday present. So I was able to afford it, and I'm gonna unbox it and review it for you guys, because I've always wanted one, and I'm just super excited, and I don't know, maybe you guys will like it. This is the ginormous box. Hey, it actually fits in a frame. The ginormous box that it's in. Yeah, not very suspenseful. You can tell exactly what it is on here. So, let's get into this. I'm trying not to look at them. I'm trying to hold the suspense. I'm trying my best here. I don't want to look at them yet. I'm insanely excited for this. Wow. This feels really weird to have one of these. It really does. I'll do a size comparison with the most common Chucky doll, the Spencer's doll. I have it here from where I got it for Christmas as a kid. But for now, let's focus on this. Okay, so first impressions of the box. Again, I'm trying my best not to look at the actual doll yet, but first impression of the box. So it feels pretty sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. I noticed a little bit of glue here. I'll try to get a shot of that, but I have no problem with that. That just means that they glued it, so that's good. On the side here, you can see he can be a construction worker. He can be racially insensitive. He can be a fearless fireman. Obviously, a lot of people are complaining about this, and you know, it's unfortunate, but I understand for legal purposes that they had to do this. It says batteries not included, and on the actual box in the movie, it's a pretty famous scene. It says batteries included. So that's it's a pretty important detail to kind of miss out on, but I understand they had to do it for legal purposes, so it's whatever. So here's the top of the box. Well, that's upside down. Here's the top of the box, and here is, again, trying not to look, the bottom of the box. Pretty high quality, from what I can tell. Before I open this, here's the front of the box. You can see all the details right here. Pretty accurate, pretty standard good guy stuff. I'm gonna let you guys see the doll. Do it this way. Oh, sorry, I have my softbox lights there. But there he is. Here's my reaction. I'm gonna take a look at him. Oh my god. He's legitimately, like, creepy looking. I'm not even kidding right now. He's, like, legitimately creepy. I took a look at him and I was just like, whoa. Right off the bat, he looks very, very high quality. I've seen videos of people unboxing their dolls, and the doll's hair was kind of everywhere. Thankfully, it looks like my doll's hair stayed in the hairnet pretty much perfectly fine. Doesn't look like I have any immediate problems. So let's just go ahead and open this guy up and see how he holds up. Loud he coming. Come on. This has me really nervous. I don't think I've ever owned any kind of figure or doll that's as expensive as this thing is, or as nice from what I can tell. Sorry, I'm being really cautious here. I really don't want to like mess him up or damage him in any way. Ugh. That sound scares me. I don't like that sound! I really don't like that sound. Is it okay? Okay. I don't like that sound at all. Are you okay? You okay, buddy? I mean, a good guy, because this is from the original, not the remake. Speaking of which, I really hope Trick or Treat Studios does a buddy doll for for that remake. That would be super cool. I heard rumors that they were going to do the Bride of Chucky doll, maybe even Tiffany. And then I also heard rumors about the remake doll. I hope all of those rumors are true, especially the Bride of Chucky and Tiffany dolls, because man, let's be completely honest, there are no good Tiffany dolls out there. The Mezco one's pretty cool, but in terms of accuracy, there's no real good Tiffany doll out there. All right, so here he is. Here's my good guy doll. I've heard terrible, awful things about getting him out, so I'm going to spare you guys the footage of me wrestling with this and trying to get him out, and I'll just cut right to when he's out and tell you guys what I think about all this. Okay, so I finally got all of the ties and tape off, and I gotta say, my fingers hurt from the twisty tie things. So yes, I can confirm the packaging is terrible to take out. I believe that is it. Oh Lord, he's here! Freaking cool, dude. He is awesome so far. Something that I noticed in a lot of the pictures that I'm seeing online of people getting their dolls is that the neck seems super long. But I think I know what it is. It's just the plastic that kind of holds him in place in the box. It tends to push down his collar here, so I think that just pulling that up out of the seam crease here around his neck where it's attached to the foam body, it seems to help it. So yeah, I'm going to take his little wig cap off. I've noticed that some people in their unboxing videos, they're pulling it from the back here. That can mess up your doll's hair, so just remember, if you get one of these, to pull it from the front and gently like that. All right, well, let's get to reviewing. Okay, so let's start off with, obviously, in my opinion, the most important thing, his face. So as you can see here, he's kind of modeled seemingly after the Child's Play 2, Child's Play 1 good guy dolls. And I think they've done a great job with his sculpt. I know that they were using actual screen-used sculpt molds to make these, and it really shows. As you can tell, it's very, very Chucky. In terms of the paint on his face, I don't really see many flaws with the paint. I think his eyelid area could have been painted just a little better. I don't know how well that you're going to be able to see that on camera, but there seems to be a little bit of overlap in some creases and stuff like that, but it's nothing really hugely noticeable. I mean, you kind of come to expect that whenever it comes to mass-produced dolls like this one. So all things considered, I think they've done a great job with his face and even his eyes. A lot of people had questions about the eyes. From what I understand, they are half eyes and they are pressed into the doll. They're not painted on or anything like that. And they've got the, what everyone is calling the starburst effect in the color of his eyes there. So as far as I'm concerned, the face and head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. And here's his little ears, just so you know he has them. So yeah, head sculpt, I have virtually no problems. All right, hair length. And malleability of the hair. Well, one thing's for sure, we have the same haircut. So that's something. But all things considered, as I'll show you guys here, his hair is really, really easy to brush through or to comb through, and you can really style it very easily if you want to. And I think that the hair length is pretty fair. I think it's a little bit on the short side overall, but all things considered, I really do think that they did a great job with the hair. Obviously, it's the perfect color. The back looks phenomenal. It just looks a little strange from the front sometimes, but you know what? I don't really mind it. All right, so let's move on to the actual body of the doll. The corduroy overalls, they're fantastic. You can tell they're made using high quality fabrics, and I believe they used actual swatches from the movies to get it to a T. But as you can see on here, he's got all the printed accessories that you could buy with this doll in the movies. I know that they have some accessories right now that on Trick or Treat Studios website that you can buy for him. I want to get some of those eventually, but I don't have much money right now, so this will have to do for now. But the print seems pretty high quality. I understand the worry on the good guy's print here, because it does seem a little like it could crack or like it could peel off. But if you're careful with it, I'm sure that you can preserve that well. So his sweater is an actual knitted sweater. I'll try my best to get a close-up here to kind of give you the idea of texture that's going on with his sweater and corduroy overalls. And he's got his little sweater knitted shoe cuffs, leg cuff things here. And they are also made out of the same exact material this is. So really no complaints there. Real quick, I'll show you the back of them. They are crossed, they come this way, and there's some Velcro down here, and you can detach these and lift them up, and he's got a little Velcro back on his sweater here. There's nothing back here. There's no battery slot or anything like that in the movie, which is fine in my opinion. We weren't really expecting that. It's just the foam body. It would have been nice, and I know that they're selling some online, but unfortunately this doll does not have it readily. You can cut a hole and put one in here, but I'm just gonna keep mine the way it came. Real quick, I want to talk about his hands, because this is really my only real big issue here. So the hands look normal enough, right? Until you do this. And it's not just this hand, it's also this one. As you can tell, this one's actually a little bit worse. It seems as if somewhere in the packaging process, or maybe even the manufacturing process of this doll, there have been some scuffs right here on the hands, and I've noticed this with almost every single unboxing video that I've seen. So I know that this is an actual problem. Trick or Treat Studios, I would say to pay attention to this problem, see if you can prevent it later on. But fortunately, it's not on something like the face, it's just on the underside of the hands. So lastly, I want to talk about his shoes and shoelaces, and yes, he does have socks. Everyone's freaking out about that. He's got socks. So his shoes, they're perfect. They really are. As you can see, the laces here say good guys. A really nice touch that I noticed personally is right here. You can see this says guys, this says good. So good guys, I thought that was a cute touch. On the bottom, you can see the famous feet prints that are, you know, they're famous in the movie because, you know, Chucky's footprints are up on the counter and everything. So that's really nice. There's a nice depth to them. They don't feel cheap whatsoever. It's really cool, really nice, and I really appreciate it. And here's the big one everyone loves about this doll. It is poseable however you want. There are little ball joints lined throughout this thing, literally everywhere. It's just like a skeleton of ball joints, and you can pose him however you want. You can give him a Sonic running pose if you want. See, there he goes. He's running. Lord, he coming. So yeah. I really don't have very many complaints with this doll. Like I said, the biggest complaint that I have are the little scuff marks on his hands, which they do need to pay attention to and try and prevent if they can. But other than that, this thing is practically perfect. I had about an hour to kind of mess around with it and kind of get used to it and everything, and I really don't have very many complaints. Like I keep saying, I think this is a good investment. It was a great Kickstarter, good investment. If you have the money to grab one and you are a massive Chucky fan like me, I would highly recommend getting one, especially over the really kind of dolls that are on the market right now. But real fast, before I end the video, I do want to do a comparison between this and the most common Spencer's Gifts Chucky doll. So I don't have anybody to help me film this video, So unfortunately, this is the best that I can do right now. But as you can see, there is a significant height difference. There's obviously a difference in quality. This one is a plush doll, and this one is plush as well. It's actually more of a foam body. It feels very memory foam-esque, but this one has posability, and this one does not. You'll notice the color differences between the coveralls and the shirts. Honestly, this was a lot darker whenever I first got it, but I've had it for so many years. I've literally had it for like 15 years. Obviously it's faded. I've played with this thing so much as a kid that it's in pretty bad condition, but I think overall you can really see the difference in quality and stuff in between them, just side by side. So obviously this is the better doll in my opinion, but I have weird nostalgic memories with this one, so of course I love this one too, and I'm keeping it. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show that real fast. If you wanted to see that, well, there you go. All right, so that is my Chucky Trick or Treat Studios Good Guy doll. I really like it. Overall, I think I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Like I said, there's a few minor issues that I have with it, but in terms of the actual doll itself, I have very few issues. So 9 out of 10 is my rating. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a like or a dislike if you disliked it. Be sure to subscribe. I actually plan on doing a little something when I get the time for it, of course. Since the Child's Play remake is coming out, I kind of want to explore each and every Chucky movie up to its release. So at some point, be sure to expect an in-depth review of Child's Play 1. Then I'll go on to Child's Play 2, 3, so on and so forth. I appreciate you guys watching and look forward to those reviews. I will see you guys next time.